stalking.
The thing is, Rich, when you what you do, the skillful way to play is to play a word that then will discount lots of the letters. So then you can. Yeah, that's real skill. The way you're playing it, it's just luck, isn't it? Because it's not. Because if I'm playing in hard mode, and so if you want to just play, if you're not bound down to the letters that you've already got, then you can just play 3 words with different letters. You've got 15 letters there. You've basically worked out what the letters are in, and you can get it on the 4th go. That's not skill. That's just playing like a baby. If you're forced, the only way you can fail at the game. No, well, you're trying not to fail, are you? You're trying to pass. Yeah, but the only way you can fail is what happened to me today. Is you get a word with more solutions than there are goes. And that's absolutely the only way you can fail. And that's a bit of bad luck if you end up like that. But if you play skillfully, which I didn't today, you shouldn't find yourself in that situation. You should be able to. You can play early words, but I just think you have to play the proper version. You have to obey your greens and yellows. Don't you see, Richard, that I'm more skillful? No, it's not skillful. You're playing like a baby. It's like you've gone 10-pin bowling and you've put the little rails up for children. It's like you're riding a bike and you have put stabilizers on. You've made it very easy for you. It's a very easy game. It's that deduction of the way I play. No, it's about, you might as well just have a button you press that tells you what the letters are if you're going to play like that. You need to, sometimes it makes it tricky. That's why it's called hard mode, Terry. Well, I just don't think that's, I think it's much more skillful. And I'm just telling you, you should have played a word that discounted the. You really think I didn't think of that? I know that you can do that. I've just got more honour than doing that. So, that's not how I play. I play with honour. I play with an honour spelled HONOR, and I don't play like a coward. And you're trying to do it. If you can't do it in 4, you've failed anyway, as far as I'm concerned. So if you're going to put in 3 different words that use up 15 different letters, and then go, oh look, I've worked out all the letters are from those 15, or what they must be, because it's probably not a Z or an X or a J, and so I've basically got it down to 5 letters. Let's do an anagram of those 5 letters. Oh, I've worked out what it is. Pathetic, Kerry. Oh, I'm just saying I've never failed at Wordle. Look, it's not a failure. It's just, are you saying the people who did the Charge of the Light Brigade were failures? Yeah, they were. Well, yeah, they were. Well, that wasn't a very good example, but they were brave. They saw the odds and they went for it anyway. Yeah, I know. And it was pretty unlucky for me today. You crossed it, don't you? You crossed because you failed. No, I don't like. No, I'm not cross. I'm cross that people come on Twitter telling me how to play Wordle when I'm the best at playing Wordle. Oh, I don't think you are the best at playing it, because I'm doing better than you. No, you're not. You did better today. Like in the last week, I've been playing tired. I've been playing like when I wake up at 4:30. I've made some mistakes, and the mistakes I've made have been not noticing where my yellows and greens are properly and making silly decisions. And I've done lots in 5. I'd never done one in 6 before, and this today I failed. So it's not. I don't know if this is interesting enough to talk of that. Well, then I'm duty bound to go on Twitter and wind people up by pretending that I care about this, and then in the end I wind myself up because I care about it in the end, but I was only joking to begin with, and now I'm angry with all the idiots who think they're cleverer than me when they're not cleverer than me. They're much more stupid than me. Anyway, when's the show starting? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Probably in about 5 seconds. About 5 seconds. With thanks for the warning. I haven't even prepared anything. I know, it's tough for you than writing your book, haven't you? Well, is it 5 seconds or not? Because 5 seconds have gone by. Oh, let me count you in. I'll start at 10. You said it was 5 a minute ago. I'll start at 10 and then I'll what? You're what? And then when it gets down to 3 and I don't do the count. I know, you say this every time. Every time you forget. I don't forget. I know how TV works. I was in Fist of Fun in 1995. What have you done since then? I've done some other stuff since then. I did... what did you last year? I recorded Taskmaster Champion of Champions. What other TV did you do? That's all I did. That hasn't been on yet. I know, but it will be on. Did they do a countdown there? They didn't do a countdown on that. All right. Let's count. You count me in then. All right. Count you in. Start any second. Don't bring up the Wordle thing. 10, 9, 8, 7. All right. 6, 5, 4. Yeah. What's happened? The count. What's happening is there. Is it on? Hello! Welcome to the final episode in series... Are we in series 2 or series 3? I don't know. Let's say it's series 2 of Twitch of Fun. It's all getting a bit on top of me, I'm afraid. It's too much. I'm worried I'm going to go mad if I'm not careful, go crazy, start talking to myself. I've got a lot on. We've got a new series, stop saying that, you people down there. Coming up, and great guest, Paul Chuckle, wrong one, and I said the wrong one then. That's how tired I am. Barry won't be there. Well, maybe in a little pot or something. But Paul Chuckle is going to be the first guest. He's on with Dr. Janina Ramirez. I don't think those two have ever been on a bill together before. The art historian and TV presenter. Quite a mixed bill. We've got Amanda Eunice, we've got Charlie Borman. I'm going to meet him for the first time. See how that goes, see if we destroy the universe. Ahmed Jalili, Jamie Demetrio, Dara O'Brien. I've just gone for people. Rosie Holt, there's a proper English. That's a proper English name. She's a proper English person. All the rest are all from all over the world. Armando Iannucci. Well, there are a few more exciting names in the pipeline. I'm just struggling to get to confirm. And you can.
Sorry, could you say that again?
No, I think everyone heard. Thank you, Siri. That was good ventriloquism, wasn't it? I made the watch do that. That's my best bit. You can come down and watch them live at Leicester Square Theatre, or you can live stream them. GFSboxoffice.com. Only a tenner per night. 2 interviews. What? Don't tell anyone. And so I'll do that, and I'll write my book, and then hopefully we'll come back bigger and better with Twitch of Fun. If Ian Twitch does another, commissions us for another series, of course. Oh, that's good stuff. Good non-alcoholic, low alcohol beer there. Still going on dry January 2021. It's going pretty well. It's a bit too much to try and write this book. I'm only halfway through, and I was meant to finish it at the end of January. There's a lot of stuff. I'm in Leicester on Saturday. If you're in Leicester, with 161 people watching, probably about 150 of you near to Leicester, come along and see me interview Jos Norris and Rebecca Wheatley. It's going to be a lot of fun, my fine friends. That one won't be filmed, so come along if you want to see it live. It will go out as a podcast. But yeah, man, I'm just tired out, and there's no news today, really. There's the big news. We'll come to that. Let's have a look and see what I came up with today. I'd like to give a little storm warning to Storm Eunice is coming. It's a rare red weather warning issued for parts of the UK. If you're in those parts of the UK, please do be careful. I was out last night stone clearing. I've done a secret stone clearing podcast, only available for badgers. It breaks some big secret. If you are a stone clearing fan, it's going to blow your mind. If you have heard it, please do not reveal the secret. There's a terrible secret at the heart of stone clearing that I reveal. In that, gofasterstripe.com/badgers if you want to become a monthly badger. It's very windy out there, and it would be embarrassing to be killed by a storm called Eunice, I think. So try and stay indoors. I'm hoping we'll be all right. Hoping it will be all right by the time I have to travel to Leicester. Watch out for flying objects, everyone. That's just a little friendly warning to you all there. Did somebody say urine? No, I said Eunice. Okay, good try though. That was close. Did somebody say Storm from Gladiators, who was quite attractive? That doesn't count. Oh, yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, good. Glad to hear it. It's mainly just going to be weather warnings tonight, just to be back. Get off, this is rubbish. Shut up, Ali, I'm doing a good job. If you're watching from the TV, if your TV should get off. If your TV job comes up and you want to do this on TV, I can do it next week. I just don't want to do it for these losers, 169 losers on the internet. When's Storm Sybil coming? That's the question. I can't remember what Sybil predicted last week. I forgot to look that up. I forgot about. Do you remember what you predicted last? Was it 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? Oh, hello, Richard. It is me, Sybil. I predicted that Storm Eunice would hit the UK. You didn't. I did. You didn't check. I predicted the lion would lie down with the wolf or something. Did you? And did that happen? You did it. Those who have ears will understand. You have had so far tried to predict the score of 4 snooker matches, and got every single one wrong. The winner wrong every time. That is harder to do. It's like playing Wordle. Don't mention Wordle. It's harder to do, Richard. No one's going to be playing Wordle in a week's time. That's my best. Well done to Ian Wordle for getting £1 million fucking quid. Just when the whole thing was on the tip. You're just jealous because you lost. I don't care that I lost. Oh, not all my predictions came true. I predicted that Boris Johnson would still be TM. That was the week before. I predicted that a sex offender with a really sex offendery beard would escape and then be caught because he had a really sex offendery beard. You didn't predict that. Have you seen his beard though, Richard? I mean, if you're a sex offender, you're meant to try and disguise the fact you're a sex offender, not just say, oh, look at my beard, I'm the sex offender. That's not. You can't judge a sex offender by his facial hair. No, you can if it's like. I mean, he does look like a sex offender. But you know, there may be some people at home watching this who have hardly been sex offenders at all, who have a long, little kind of straggly, twisted up beard. So what you? Well, I forgot to check last time. Well, I just told you I got everything right. Can I have the barbecue? No, you can't have the barbecue. That's the wrong show. It's the same. Everything you do is the same. I predict you will just do the same jokes as you thought. Well, what are you going to predict by the time the next series comes along? Then let's say. So you got some. Will Boris Johnson still be Prime Minister the next time we do this? Oh, I can see everything, Richard. I can see the past and the future and the present in every thought of the universe. I'm the king of the universe. No, you're not. And I predict that Boris Johnson will still be the Prime Minister whenever you do this next. That's a bold claim. I predict that Storm Freddy will hit the UK and will cause some trees to fall over and a bin to fall on its side. Okay, you're just reading that off the chat room. No, I'm not. I can't see that. What, you can see everything but you can't read the chat room? No, I'm looking at the camera. Ooh. Anything else? I predict that I will not be in the next series of Twitcher Thumb. Now that's definitely not true. You're one of the most popular characters. You never know. That's Storm Eunice then. No, sorry, Sybil. She's not yet in the opening. She'll be in the credits by the time we do another one. That's the nice thing about it. And we'll have time to put that together. Maybe do a little theme tune for her. Because, I miss the theme tunes. Remember when we used to do stuff like this?
He's the top from a jar of yeast extract who always loves to kid. He says what we're all thinking, but the woke crowd will forbid. He's on a yearly contract for 100,000 quid. You'll love him or you'll hate him, it's Marmite Lid.
No, he's not here. I was remembering when he did that. His face I put him in the bin and his face fell off. I would have eBayed him, but his face is gone. His Marmitey face. He got some Heineken Zero on him and his face fell off. It's one of the great let me on. All right, you can come up. What have you got to say about Storm Eunice? Ali, hello. You're on the wrong side. You've got to go on this side. Hello, it's me, rat fans. I'm looking at it yellow. You are looking a bit yellow, but you are quite yellow. Hello, rat fans. I'm winking at it. Woohoo! I'm cheeky me. Aside, I'm not cheeky me. I'm very normal. Woohoo! How you doing, Richard? Well, I'm a bit tired. Yeah, I've been working hard. Yeah, I'm not getting so far with my work as I would like. And I guess I'm aware that this show is very incredibly popular. There's 164 people. I think that's 164,000 people watching. I think it's 164. I'm dying, and. I know a lot of people depend on it. It's like a lifeline. This is the fifth emergency service for a lot of them. This is the only social interaction they get all week. Yes, I know. I owe these people because some of them pay me £3 a month or £2.50 a month, some of them, from the Twitch stream, and I don't want to let them down, but I do have to think about the quality of this show. Yeah, you're worried that I'm worried the high quality we set early on. Was I in it then? Yeah, I'm worried that that's slipping a little bit because I don't have time to do the preparation that a show like this really requires. This show is prepared, is it? Yeah, we script writers. We need to get them working hard. I need to really think about what I'm going to do. I can't just sit here and just busk it. I don't think that's... You can't busk it. I can't busk it. You can't busk it. I can't busk it. You can't disk it. I can't busk it. You want a biscuit? No, I'm clearly said I can't busk it. That's not I want a biscuit. You don't want a biscuit then, is that what you're saying? I don't want a biscuit. Oh, that's what I thought you said. No, I don't want a biscuit, but I'm saying I can't busk it. You can't have the biscuit. Oh, are you allergic to biscuits? Look, we can't. Look, this is why is this? You just said you are allergic to biscuits. I didn't say that. I said I can't busk it. Because you're allergic to them. I'm saying busket. I'm clearly saying busket. You're clearly saying biscuit. You're the one who... If I was confused about what you were saying, that would make sense, because you're very indistinct. I'm not... I beg your pardon. You deg my darden? I beg your pardon. I am not indistinct. It's you're indistinct. You're the one saying you're allergic to biscuits. I said I don't want a busket. Because it takes time to write an amazing comedy... You got... like a comedy routine like this, the Biscuit, Misunderstanding. Yeah, you couldn't just make this up. You would need tens of hundreds of writers to just make sure every single exchange was brilliant. Imagine just being able to make up a biscuit routine like this. Imagine how brilliant you'd have to. You would have to be really amazing, Richard. I think the most amazing person would have to be the ventriloquist dummy in this case, though, because you stop talking. Yeah, just stop talking for a second while you go drinking. And so you're saying you don't want a biscuit. I'm saying I don't want a busket. That's what I said. It isn't. You said biscuit. I said busket. Well, isn't it the same thing? No. And like it's the 21st century. People don't want a biscuit. In the old days, a biscuit routine would have been fantastic. You could have put this on prime time TV. We're trying to get on prime TV. You can't do that now. You got to do some Fleabagging. Fleabag doesn't do biscuit with a little ventriloquist dummy, does she? She says, "Oh, I've just been bummed up the arse," and then looks at the camera and goes, "I liked it. It was nice when the cock went in my arse." I think there's more to it than that, Richard. It's basically, isn't it? Oh, I like a vicar. He's got a big cock. I think there's more than that, Richard. That sounds like picture thumb. Well, look, I'm not here to decry Fleabag. You better not. She's a lot better than you. Well, she's arguably doing better than I am. Arguably, yeah. Who's there to argue that you're doing better than Fleabag? Well, I am. I've got my own show on Twitch. Yeah, she's in Star Wars. Is she? Yeah, she wrote the James Bond film. Not all of it. No, they did that thoroughly. Didn't cut it down to the normal length of film, though, did she? That would have helped. I'm saying we can't just busk. I think we're doing pretty well just busking it, Richard. I really fancy a biscuit now. Well, you can't have a biscuit because we're that. If we manage to busk it, you could have a biscuit. There's a noise downstairs. I think it's just my wife. It's okay. Let's look at a sideways look at the news. Do you think we could just do this show every week and we don't do a sideways look at the news? What would the show be then? Would you and me just bantering, talking about biscuits? Who was responsible for stuff? You can't just do the same thing. No one likes the same phrase, Richard. That's what I mean. No one likes the same phrase. No one. The problem is, right, with your idea. What's the problem? The problem with your idea is, what is it? What is the problem? If you just give me a second, I'll tell you the problem. The problem is, what is the problem with my idea? Just busking it. The problem with the idea of just busking it every week and not doing stuff about the news. Yeah, what's the problem? If you just let me have a chance to say what the problem is, stop asking. If you just were quiet, I would have told you what the problem is already. Oh, that's good. I just want to know what the problem is. The problem with that. What is it? Stop doing that. What is the problem? The problem with doing that. What problem? There's a problem with doing it. I know you keep saying there's a problem. Is it there's no biscuits? Stop mixing up routines. Let's do the biscuit, the busket, the who, and do the problem with that you keep interrupting. The problem is, what's the problem? And we can fill a lot of time like this. I know. But I just don't think people would tune in week after week. I think about 170 people would tune in week after week to see this. I could sing Dadushka. Oh, Dadushka, 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 I. I don't think you could do that. Oh yes, Dadushka, 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 I. I don't think you could do that. What do you think about Storm Eunice? What's the problem? Oh, the problem is that we just can't just. What's the problem? I'm trying to tell you the problem. I can't remember what the problem is now because you said there was a problem. I'd like to see what that problem is. I think the problem is that you can't just come back every week doing the same stuff. People will get annoyed. So we need to have the news come up so that it gives it a little bit of gives it a little bit of what I don't know. Je ne sais quoi. Don't speak German to me. I fought in 2 World Wars to keep those buggers out of here. Did you? No, I didn't fight in World War II. Admittedly, I'm winking at it. What, you're winking at quoting Fist of Fun? Yes. I'm winking at the fact you basically ripped that line off Rowan Atkinson in Not That I've Got News. I didn't. I did, but I forgot. Okay. And he said I didn't fight in World War II. Granted, so it's a very different. It was a very different joke. It was a joke I did at school all the time, and then I forgot that I'd ripped it off from somewhere until someone told me. It's the best joke you ever did. So I don't think we can busk it. No, there aren't any biscuits. You've eaten them all. I haven't then. So I'd like to take just so I don't go crazy here, and just so I can write my book about my testicles. You're writing a book about your testicles? I am writing a book about my testicles. Oh, that's grown up way to the hay, isn't it? I'm writing a book. I mean, it is about both of them, but it's, I suppose, principally about one of them. Which one? The one... the other day, I was at Soft Play. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know anything about the news? No, I've thought of something. It's good busking it, isn't it? It's good. I like busking it. I was at Soft Play with my daughter's 7th birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Phoebe. She's the best thing in this. I know, I've watched it. She likes watching herself on this. She wanted to come up and do Fluffy Rabbit. Yeah, Fluffy Rabbit's actually called Soffy Rabbit. I didn't know that. It was her 7th birthday and we were playing. In the Soft Play, there was a little football area and I went in goal and all the kids were kicking balls at me. And one of the kids they were all rubbish. I was saving them easily. Yeah, you pleased that you were better than some 5-year-olds? I thought, I was pretty pleased. But one of the kids was about 6. He was probably about 7 or 8, and he was quite good. Yeah, and he hit the ball really hard. Yeah, and it hit me in my testicle, on my one testicle, and it really hurt. Well, that's good that your one testicle works. I know, but the precision to get one. I thought I was safe from that kind of thing now. Because, you can still get hit in the bollock. Yeah. I sure can. Oh, excuse me. Bit of pretend beer coming up there. Oh, we're going to carry on. So let's have a look at the news. So Storm Eunice. I once went out with a girl called Eunice. It is a very old-fashioned name, isn't it? Yeah, she was hold on. Do it again. Shall we start again? Yeah, I once went out with a girl called... Can we cut that bit out? Yeah, we can cut the bit out where you went wrong. Okay. So cut that and come back in. Oh, you know what? Yeah, well, I once went out with a girl called Eunice. Did you? Yeah. Yeah, and she could lower it as well. She could what? She could lower it as well. She could glow a bit. No, she could glow. She knew how to glow. To glow? Not glow, Richard. She knew how to... She could blow off a storm. She was very good at glowing. Flowing? Glowing with a D. Glowing. Look, Richard, she was good at oral sex. Oh, that's good to hear. I've been out with girls who are good at oral sex as well, so, if we're showing off. It's a joke, Richard, because of Storm Eunice. She was good at oral sex. That doesn't make sense. Yes, it does if you understand what I'm saying. This is going very badly. Well, let's look. It's only going to be a short show tonight, so we should get on with. You'll miss this if you don't do this every Thursday, Richard. I didn't do it last Thursday and didn't miss it. Oh, he missed you. You'll miss it. You come back and you can just do this. Yeah, it's going well tonight. I admit it's very, very good tonight. Okay, but you can't guarantee that it will be this good every time with all I have to be a certain level of tiredness. It's not without you, without me. Well, you're very good. You're always consistent. But I have to be a certain level of tiredness to be able to just talk a load of shit and make some of it funny. Well, luckily you got me here, innit? Because you haven't done anything. I did that that oral sex joke about Storm Eunice. I knew a girl called Eunice. Yeah, she could make your hat come off as well. She could make you what? She could make your hat come off. She could make your hat come off. How did she do that? Just knock it off? No, just your hat would come off. I don't understand. I knew a girl called Eunice. I don't do another one. That's all right. I got plenty. Have you? Because I can't. If I had to think of another sexual innuendo based on a storm, I'd be in trouble. Well, she went down a storm. She went down a storm. That's quite good. Thank you. I knew a girl called Eunice. Got some Wall Street. There's news coming in from the Wall Street Journal. I love it when that happens. Donald Trump and 2 of his children must testify as part of New York's investigation into the former president and his company. What do you think about that? Well, it'd be good to see those guys go down. It's good to see the privileged having to pay their dues in the end. I suppose it is. Let's have a look at some news. Why do we don't need to do the news stories? Doing very well without it. I knew a girl called Eunice, yeah, and she liked to get fucked up the arse, Richard. She loved it. Sit on it, Lardra. That one doesn't work. You'll find it does work if you go out in the storm and a tree gets blown up your anus. Then you'll look back and you'll laugh at my joke. You'll go, oh, Ali did have a point after all. If a tree goes up my anus, then I will laugh. I will definitely laugh. Yeah, well, good luck. Imagine being killed by a storm called Eunice. Well, she certainly made me die a few times in the Shakespearean sense, which means to ejaculate. You can't ejaculate. I spread and I cut in, and she stunk all over Eunice's creamy white body. Sit on it. Sit on it, Dardra. Sit on it. Don't talk about my mum when you've just been talking about putting papier mâché. I stuffed all over it. You did what? I stuffed. You stuffed all over. I spread and I stunk all over, stuffing it everywhere. You spread your sprunk. I don't understand what you're saying. I ejaculated on a dude's. On a what? A dude's. A what? I ejaculated on Eunice's dudes. On her dudes. That's why I was very forward. That she had some dudes with her and you ejaculated on them. No, not her dudes. I'm not like that. I don't care if people are. Paul O'Grady is terrified he's being watched by aliens after a UFO hovered over him. This is in the Daily Mirror. Okay, this is the big news. You've really caught the big news of the week. I really have. Paul O'Grady, whose BBC Two radio show has been taken off the air until May. Don't know if that's because of this story. Is convinced aliens were watching him. Do you think they were? I don't know. Do you think aliens would come down and watch Paul O'Grady? I mean, they could come down and just happen to be over Paul O'Grady's house and see him. But I don't know if they would keep coming back to look at Paul O'Grady. I mean, I like Paul O'Grady. I think he's very good. Do you think they were confused about whether Paul O'Grady was a man or a woman? Because sometimes he dresses as a man and sometimes he dresses as a woman. No, he doesn't really do that much anymore. But, they saw him and they were confused that we better go back and check what's going on. One day you went in there, he was a nice old man, and the next day he came out and he was a faintly glamorous woman. I wouldn't mind to go sit on it. Sit on it, Paul O'Grady. I mean, she's what's she called when she's... What's the name of the character? You have to say the character. She was Lorena Lovett. No, she wasn't. What was the name of Paul O'Grady's character? I can't remember. Sit on it. You need to know that. I can't remember. It's weird sometimes we both can't remember, can we? He once spotted a UFO hovering over his back garden, hoovering over it. No, hovering over it. It could have been a Hoover, Richard. It could have. If it was hoovering, I would bet that was a Hoover that was in his back garden. He's convinced that creatures from another planet are watching him and would even have visions of himself waking up and being face to face with an extraterrestrial being. Did he see that, or did he just have visions of it? I think he just thought it could happen. Speaking on his Radio 2 show on Paul O'Grady on the Wireless in 2018. Come on, the Daily Mirror, you can do better than this. Is this news? It's news, Richard. It's in the Daily Mirror today. He got on to topic after hearing about singer Kim Wilde's belief in aliens. I was listening to Kim Wilde. Shall I do an impression? of Paul O'Grady. What's the name of his? What is the name of his? Was it? Can't remember. Lily Savage. I knew all along. You just saw that in the chat room. I didn't. I wouldn't treat like that. Lily Savage. Lily Savage. What are we saying? I don't know. You take the thigh has gone out of the show, Richard. It was going so well. Then you went to the news stories and you fucking wrecked it. I was listening to Kim Wilde and she was. Oh, that's what I was going to do. The accent wasn't. Go on then, do a Liverpool accent. He's from Liverpool. Why, aye, man. That's Newcastle. Okay, yeah, Liverpool. Liverpool. I went to Liverpool. That's good. Is that what you said? No. I was listening to Kim Wilde. She was good. That's Geordie again. Okay. She loves you. Yeah, yeah. I was listening to Kim Wilde. It's nowhere near Richard. I can't think of how a Liverpool person talks. Why did you get into it? You didn't even have to do this. Yeah, darling, you didn't have to say I'd do it in the thought. It's me. Well, I'm from the Beatles. It's me, Paul O'Grady. I played Lily Savage. It's getting closer, I suppose. I was listening to Kim Wilde and she was going Geordie again. I can't do Geordie. Well, you're doing it very well. When you try to do Liverpool, maybe you just need to shift over geographically every time you want to do an accent. I was listening to Kim Wilde. That's closer. And she was going on about aliens. We've got them in Kent. I'm serious. Over Folkestone, Dungeness and Hythe. I've seen them, and I'm not the only one. I've got witnesses, so I'm not going out of my mind. I've got witnesses that he can talk, so I'm not going out of my mind, Paul O'Grady. So you and me are both not. Yeah, I can talk. And there's 169 people here. Maybe even 170 people are comparing your audience figures to Bilal Zaffar's. To who's? Bilal Zaffar? Bilal Zaffar, you said that quite well. He's got 184. It's very close in this fight between the old greyback gorilla and the young up-and-coming fawn. There's a gorilla fighting a fawn. Yep. Okay. The For the Love of Dogs host said, these strange light formations in the sky, we don't know what they are. The army says it's not sending flares up, so we don't know. Well, if it was the army, they wouldn't say, would they, Paul O'Grady? They'd pretend it wasn't them. I'm terrified of waking up one night and there's a thing at the bottom of my bed like E.T. Hey, it's Lily Savage. If I'd just gone down a bit. There, look. I'd have seen Lily Savage. And I've got it on my own. Earlier this week, Paul spoke about after his show was pulled off air. It had aired Sundays from 5 to 7 p.m. Has he gone off? He's good on the radio. Don't take him off the radio. It's my last radio. Hey, Chuck. It's my last Radio 2 Sunday show for quite some time. Is this the third thing? Our listening figures have shot up, so a great big thank you to everyone who listens, man. No, again, he didn't sing then. While I'm on the subject, I'd like to thank my producer, Malcolm Prince. It must be nice having a good producer, Paul O'Grady. That's all I'm saying. Who doesn't, who joins in and is good fun. Mine just, no one knows who he is. He's been terrible. There's a new regime. I do 13 weeks on and 13 weeks off. So that's what we've learned about Paul O'Grady. It's filled some time, hasn't it, Richard? It has filled some time. Let's have a look what else is going on. I like this. This one came up quite late in the day. Ultra rare baby ghost shark with retractable penis on head found 1,200 metres underwater. What do you think of that story? I am intrigued, Richard. That looks like a good thought to the show. Yeah, we could have a... I don't think that's the baby one, though. Could we... Do you think you could do... Do you think you could do a Davy Shark character? Well, there's a problem. It's a Davy Ghost Shark. If it's a ghost, I think we'd get away with it, yeah. Davy Ghost Shark. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, that's right. If you just change the thing. Davy Ghost Shark. Do-do-do-do-do. Da-dushka, Davy Ghost. And Davy Ghost. Do-do-do-do-do. Davy Ghost Shark. Do-do-do-do-do. Davy Ghost Shark. Do-do-do-do-do. Davy Ghost Shark. Oh, there's his dad. Well, it does look like a puppet, the dad, or mum. It's in New Zealand. It's thrilled scientists who say the baby ghost sharks usually hatch from egg capsules laid on the seafloor. A peculiar species. Are you just reading out the news? Yeah, is that what it's come? Is that what it's come to? That's what it's come to. A peculiar species of shark has been spotted off the east coast of New Zealand. An ultra rare sighting. The newly hatched ghost shark. Go daddy ghost shark. Don't. I think they're probably literally just those people. Was sighted. They're not making any money from this. It'll be fine. We'll see. The ghoulish-looking fish ranged from 60 centimetres to 2 metres in length and has a retractable penis on its head. Talk about a dickhead. Did somebody say dickhead? You both came up with that one nearly at the same time, but yeah, Ali got in there first. Very, very clever stuff. This is, that's why we're better than Fleabag. That sort of observation. They've existed since dinosaur times. God, they must be old. I think they're species rather than very old. And only recently been able to study them. There's the baby. That's what the baby one looks like. And we could do a whole cartoon about these guys. Look at that. That's nice, isn't it? You seen that? You can see why it's a baby ghost shark. It looks terrifying. If that turned up in Paul O'Grady's bed, what would he say? It's almost worth getting one of those and putting it in Paul O'Grady's bed just to freak him out. I might try and work that out. Fisheries expert Dr. Britt Fanucci. Oh, come on. It's got a fin. Britt Fanucci. This is a joke. Posted a picture on Twitter of the recently discovered ghost shark, which is thought to be a few days old. Are you putting it back in the water? Dr. Britt Fanucci. And there's an adult. That's an adult. That looks so much like a cartoon, isn't it? Adult, the shark, ghost shark. Let's see. You've got to put the ghost in, otherwise you're in trouble. New species of ghost shark are still being discovered, and the exact species of the baby is not yet known, according to Dr. Fanucci. Oh, the egg capsules are weird as well. So we're going to get one of those and put that in Paul O'Grady's bed, just at the end of his bed at 2 a.m. See what happens. Yeah, that's a good plan. Right. The ghost shot. The other weird thing. This is a sort of weird story as well. Look at that. What the hell is that? This is another potential puppet for. I mean, if I keep putting on weight as I am doing, I could look like this. What the hell is it? It's a superhuman with a crumpled chest. Has a body that survives car crashes at speed. Are human beings evolved already? This is a human being that's evolved to be able to survive car crashes and is thus immortal. Basically, his head's a helmet. He's got no neck. Recessed eyes, crumple zones in his skull, and airbags between each rib. Is this going to happen? I don't think it is going to happen. I think there probably isn't much news going on. A team including doctors, artists, and car crash specialists collaborated to design a mutant superhuman. What do you think he was called? I think he was called Carcedido. No, he was called Neganan. He was called Graham. Oh, what a funny subversion of expectations from whence the human arrived. He's the only human who could survive a car crash at speed. I mean, that's not true. Richard Hammond did, didn't he? And Richard Hammond doesn't look like that. Who do you think he looks? Does he look like anyone? You don't know if he looks like anyone, really. It looks a little bit like someone I can think of. Do you think so? Someone who's let themselves go. Do you think it looks like him? I do. I think you look like him as well. It looks a bit like what he looks like now, doesn't he? We won't say it. He doesn't. He searches for his name, so let's not give him the oxygen of publicity. You know. I know you're talking about Richard. We all know who you're talking about. His middle name's Graham as well, funny enough. Does look like him. It looks like him now, doesn't it? It does look like him now. Created to highlight the fragility of the human body when travelling in cars. We don't need that highlighted, scientists. We know that we're fragile in cars. We don't need a great big horrendous big daddy great giant haystack Stuart Lee. Oh, I gave away. I think they got it. He isn't a cyborg or a mutant from a sci-fi film. He's a sculpture created by an unlikely collaboration of an artist, a medic, and a government agency, not wasting their money at all. Oh my goodness! Look at him! Look at him there, sitting down. He might wear a shirt. Man, he's got airbags. He's from Australia. Good puppet. We should get that in. Let's get that made. Richard Ison. There's 2 for you to make there. Please don't make them. He will make them. I won't use them, so don't make them. Right. Yeah, we've nearly done all the news we had. There's some other old Nick Clegg. He's promoted to Master of the Metaverse. I'm the Master of the Metaverse. No, you're not. I'm the King of the Universe. No, you're not. We're not bringing him back in. People have forgotten about some of these characters. Did somebody say nicked leg? That's quite good. If it's not really fun. Oh God, I just realised I've got to think of some stand-up to do in Leicester on Saturday as well. Oh, why do I do so much stuff? I agree with Nick Clegg that he should be the Master of the Metaverse. Look at him, he's controlling us with his hand. You know, he's the greatest Deputy Prime Minister we never had. Oh no, he was Deputy Prime Minister, wasn't he? A lot of it's at fault. Oh, can you hear my wife downstairs? She's on the phone to a friend. You know, we could tune into that if you wanted to. What we're going to do, talking of my wonderful and multi-talented, beautiful wife. Her and her friends, the Drunk Women Solving Crime, have won an award. And not only that, it was a Sky Potato production. We used the money that we've made from adverts from Rahulastapa and probably from badges and stuff from you. Let's say it's from the money we got from Twitch. It wasn't. You couldn't buy anything with it. They made a sketch, and that sketch this week won the Great British Writers Guild Award for Best Online Sketch. And seeing we made it and we paid for it, we're going to put it in this, and you can watch it now if you haven't seen it already. Here we go. Hope you enjoy this new direction.
Okay, I need all the women in the meeting room, please. And gents, Darren will show you where you need to go. Come on, chop chop. Okay, girls, today we are going to talk about something very, very important, which one day will affect you all. Menopause. Who has heard of the menopause? Good, okay. Now, the menopause is when a woman's body stops releasing eggs from the ovaries into the uterine wall, which causes her periods to stop.
Miss, Hazel's already got her menopause.
Well, good for you, Hazel. As for the rest of you, one day, when your body is ready, you'll start experiencing all sorts of symptoms. For instance, you might start seeing hair down there.
Miss, does this have anything to do with, like, sex and having babies?
Oh, no, well, you have to ask your parents about that.
But they're dead.
There's also something called the perimenopause, which is your body getting ready for all the fun. So look out for signs such as fatigue, loss of libido, and erratic periods.
What about the men? What happens to them as they get older?
Well, nothing really. I mean, some of them improve. Now, has anyone got any questions?
Yeah, where are the men?
Oh, it's through and go! Oh, yes!
Oh, yes!
Yes! You didn't stand a chance!
I have to press that button to get back into it. Good. I hope you enjoyed that. I thought I was the best in that, and I think I was the reason that sketch was so successful, because they cut away with them not showing me kick the ball. I kicked it. I got it in the goal every single time, admittedly from 1 foot out, but I managed to kick it every single time. I was very good, and that has made Kanisada subscribe at tier 1 for 10 months. That sketch. So thank you for that. If about another 1,000 of you could do that, we might pay for some of the sketch. Oh yeah, my nipples are on Twitch. I hope I'm not going to get into trouble. Nice moobs. How dare you. I put on a little bit of weight, but I was thin then when we did that. That wasn't too bad. Male nipples are allowed now. Calm down. That's what people are saying. Anyway, look, the big news story of the week, and one of the characters on today's show wanted to defend himself and talk about this. So let's go over to an innocent man.
God save the Duke of York. His skin is as dry as chalk. Ignore all the talk when others are poking. He's eating out in Woking. He's never going to be the king. He's the Duke of York.
I'm getting no sound, Chris, on those things. So if it's important that I have sound on the magic button, I do not have. My headphones aren't working. That's just something I have for Chris Evans there. He's directing the show. Hello, how you doing? Hello, everyone. It's me, innocent, honourable, the Duke of York. How long do you think you'll be the Duke of York for? I think I will reign for 1,000 years. The people of York aren't that happy. They should be, because I'm the best Duke those boys have ever had. You've been, do you think you've been vindicated? I have been true and innocent of all accusations. Have you? Are you allowed to say that? Because I thought you weren't allowed to. The case has been dropped, and the only way I can see that someone would drop a case, is if the person that was accused was a good bloke. You think that's the only way they would drop it? Yeah. What if the bloke's mum gave them £12 million? No, that wouldn't count. It's all, the nightmare's over. I can return to public life. Do you think? And if anything, I had too much honour. That's why. A lot of people are confused. Yes, about a lot of people are confused about. I was in Teacher Express in Woking, Richard. No, we've established that definitely is the case. A lot of people are confused that you said you'd never met this woman. Yes, that's right. Even though there was a photo of you with her. Yes, that photos can. The camera always lies, Richard. The camera never lies. Okay. You never met her. I never met her. You denied everything that happened. I did. I'm not allowed to deny it anymore. Okay. But still, you wanted your time in court. I wanted my time in court, Richard, to prove how innocent I was. But then you gave this person you never met and who you didn't do anything to £12 million. Well, no one knows how much I gave. It might have been less than that. It might have been more than that. It might have been more than that. I don't think it was much less, was it? I don't know. Are you going to give £12 million to everyone who you haven't met and you haven't sexually assaulted? Because I wouldn't mind £12 million. Richard, my mum doesn't have that much money. I saw this young lady. I realised she'd been through some bad things. But did you realise that because you were sort of there when that happened? No. And that wasn't the reason I realised it. And I just wanted to help. I want to help the victims of the sex trafficking industry. And so I'm very honourable man, and I hope people will, I'm not going to try and get right back into public life right now. But give it a couple of weeks. What do you think? Well, I think it'll be all right. I'm looking forward to it. I've really been punished enough, I think. Do you? Yes. Do you really think you've been punished enough? Yes, and I was stripped of all the positions and the army and the navy and stuff that I'd got through. What did you get those through? Through skill, through working hard, was it through your mum giving you the things? Yeah. So you got all those things because your mum said you could have them? Yeah. And then your mum said you couldn't have them anymore, didn't she? Yes, she did. Because she'd been a naughty boy. Yeah, she said I'd been a bit naughty and she had her party. And she said, this is very honest with you. Well, I was very sad. I love my mummy. She loves you too. I know she really does. And she said I'd been naughty and I'd spoilt her platinum jubilee year. Yeah. So she said if they could stop, if they just give the girl some money and then it would just go away and no one would talk about it again. Do you think that's going to work out? I don't know. Then that would make her party all right. Are you going to go to the party? No. Don't cry. I can't cry, Richard. I'm actually incapable of crying due to all my tear ducts were sucked out by an Argentinian sniper. A sniper sucked that? Yeah, you had a long straw. A sniper with a long straw. Yeah, he was up in a tree. When you were in the Navy? Yeah, he was in a tree on an island. Yeah. With a very long straw. I was standing on the deck of the ship and he sucked out my tear ducts with the straw. Is that true? Yes. I just sort of sometimes think the things you say are sort of so fantastical. They feel like they're just being made up as you go along. No, I think you could hardly make something like that up, Richard. I'd like to see the comedic mind that could come up with having your tear duct sucked out by an Argentinian sniper who was on an island while you were on a ship. It would be it's so ridiculous it's almost unbelievable. I suppose so. So anyway, it means I'm still the Duke of York for how long? Because if you're not the Duke of York anymore, we have to change the... I'm not sure the song works anyway. Are you even Prince Andrew anymore? I'm Andy. Call me Randy Andy. No, don't call me that. Call me Handy. No, don't call me that. Call me Andy Tandy. Andy Pandy. Yeah, like the comical children's television figure from the 1960s and 70s. Yeah, do you think many people remember that? No. Call me Dandy Andy. Bandy Andy. Yes. What about Candy Andy? Yeah, I sometimes took candy, so that's a good way of getting the young girl. No, not Candy Andy, no. What about Dandy Andy? I'm the Dandy Andy, so scared of retribution. I spend my cash on bits of gash. All right, that's enough. We don't need to go there. And trying to stop getting your attention. Yes, we should. If we thought of that before, we could have worked up a nice number. But well, that's the beauty of working ad lib, isn't it, Richard? Just come up with great ideas. Let's workshop them. Could be number one. Could be number one, Richard. Do you think people are ready to see a top version of the Duke of York singing on Top of the Tops? Well, it's probably the best place for you, Top of the Pops. Probably Top of the Pops in the 1970s. You'd probably fit in quite well. I don't know what you mean. Because I think your style's more sort of glam rock. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm implying. And I have been true, innocent. I can come and be on this show whenever you want now. Do you want to be in my gang? My gang, my gang. Do you want to be in my gang? No. Okay. So you're happy with everything? Yeah. Well, so there's that. There's the news story. The Queen's bailout to Prince Andrew's sex accuser could end up costing the taxpayer. Do you think that's fair that we should pay? Richard, I was a prince of the realm and part of the royal family, and that means that you have to pay for me. Well, I don't think we should have to pay for you. It makes you question whether we should pay for any of the royal family. The royal family bring in a lot of money into this country, a lot of tourists. Well, there's no tourists because of COVID. They bring in a lot of interest. Yeah, but if we're then shelling out money to bail you out and to give you palaces and stuff and pay for everything, and then your brother's selling honours to people, well, that's how you get honours. You can't get with it. You don't get an honour by doing something good, do you? You get an honour by paying someone a backhander, and then they go, oh, you're Sir fucking backhander cunt face wanker. Yeah, they do say that. Anyway, yeah, look, I think I'm vindicated. I can't sweat. No sweat. No sweat. No sweat. I got away with it. No sweat. You got away with it. I mean, I was innocent. No sweat. A little bit of sweat. No sweat. Do you think the merchandise is... I think you can do the merchandise now, can't we? No, I've been proven innocent. I think you're overestimating. I'm a bit sad that we have to pay for you, Prince Andrew. Well, you know, you don't take to me being on this show. Could you take me to being on this show? Because the nun said that she's taking the money out of my pocket money until the dash is paid off. Really? Yes. So it should take maybe 3 weeks to pay this off. That's 3 weeks I won't be able to get any penny chews. Or the Zuka Joe double gun. Do you live in the 1970s? Is that what's going on? No. I got lots of toys on my bed. I did the fucking trick. I like things because I'm the prince. Everyone has to do what I say. Well, I don't know about that. It's nice to have you here, and I'm glad, you know, for you, I suppose, that things have worked out okay. What do you think about Meghan? Defiant Meghan, I won't curtsy to Queen Camilla. Are you going to curtsy to Queen Camilla? Well, you know, if I'm allowed in the same room as her, I don't think you will be. Then I'll curtsy, I'll bow, I'll do whatever you need. Just have me back. I just want to be in the royal family. Just let me be in the royal family. I only want to be in the royal family. Well, you know, in many ways I think you've been a very lucky man. Do you? Yeah. I think, you know, if it weren't for your mum, you might be looking at Stretch in prison. And believe me, I think if you go to prison, there would be a stretch. Are you making an anal sex joke? I am, yeah. I'm saying people would bum you in prison. Yeah, that's the joke of that prison, isn't it? Yeah, but I think it's not a joke for you. I think it would definitely happen. Yeah. So you got away with that. People seem satisfied that it doesn't matter if you've committed a crime because you've paid some money to someone. I don't know. Is that how it works? If Fred West had said, "Oh, sorry, here's £10 million. Don't put me to prison." Yeah, I think that's how it works. Okay. Well, that's the world we live in. And Meghan, disgrace to the royal family. She is a disgrace to the royal family. She should curtsy to the Queen, to Queen Camilla. Everyone loves Queen Camilla. They've loved us from the start. You can understand why she wouldn't want to do that, though, as well. You know, wouldn't you? I think Camilla hasn't been nice to them. I don't know if she's. I don't know who the one who's been racist is, but that's interesting. And you know, it's like that's Harry's mum, wasn't it? It was usurped by Queen Camilla, so it's just some loyalty. There's loyalty only to the royal family. Nothing else should get in the way. Well, thank you, Prince Andrew. Sorry, Andrew Windsor. Yes, we hope to see you again. Yes, but if we don't see you again, then thank you for being a part of the show, and you've served your purpose. Go out into the world. Don't sweat. There'll be no sweat in the. And thank you for being on Twitch for fun. Good day, everyone. I'm the dandy Andy, I'm the dandy Andy that you're too scared to mention. I spend my cash on the cash that I used to pay attention to. It's not nice to call women gash. Okay. Can't remember the rest of the words of the song. No. We sort of did it already. Yeah. Just thought I'd give it another go. I think it could be top of the pops. I hope so. Thank you very much. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's Randy Andy. We'll just do. We've got talking to Randy Andy. We've done 56 minutes. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Let's just do. We've got one birthday for you. It's one that you might enjoy.
You've lived another year and you haven't even died. Though cancer may be secretly creeping deep inside. If you think that's worth a party, your brain's also going wonky. Let's get an eeyore or a kick from the reluctant birthday donkey.
Hee-haw, hee-haw, why can't I die?
Sorry, I printed out the birthday, but then I forgot to bring the print out over, so I've just got it here. Here is the birthday boy. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's a wonderful picture. I remember that now. I remember that day. This is actually from Richard Ison, although it's not from Richard Ison, but it has come via Richard Ison, the puppet maker. Did somebody say ice on your nipple? No. He made this. He should be very proud of himself. He made my testicle, the false one. Anyway, hi, Duke of York here. It's my birthday on Saturday, 62 years old. I'd love it if Donkey gave me some hee-haws. Now I am not going to prison. It's off for a pizza to celebrate. If you can't do it, as I'm a bit of a hot topic at the moment, no sweat. Very good. You could have just said that yourself, I know. So 62 hee-haws. I don't want to do it. He's a sex criminal. We know he isn't. Nobody can be sure of that. I can hear. Why can't I die? Why are you making me celebrate a terrible man? Because it's his birthday, and that is your job. It's not your job to judge the moral character of the people you give birthdays to. I'm sure that many of the people you've given birthday hee-haws to are sex pests of some kind. I'm convinced of it. I would be surprised if any of them aren't. Even the women, even especially the women. He looks so happy in that picture, Richard. Yeah, because, I was meeting a prince, but that was before, wasn't it? I didn't know what was going to happen. All right. 62 eels. I'm doing this underthought there and Richard. It's 20. 30. 40. Yeah. Thanks for keeping count. Yeah. 50. Yeah. That's 62. Well done. That's very good. My headphones aren't working, so we're going to try the magic button for you as well. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Oh, it's an advert for Quantity Street, which is the new book out by Phil Kay, which I imagine is would be inside his head. He's a brilliant comedian, actually. Look at this fantastic. Who would have? It's available from gofasterstripe.com, and I would buy that. I would probably get one for free for for doing this advert unknowingly. But I love Phil Kay, and it's called Quantity Street, which I think is a very clever title, and you should go and buy that. That'd be nice. Buy my book. It's not out yet. Buy Would You Rather? Oh, you probably have already. I mean, if anyone's bought it, it's you lot, isn't it? I've sold 162 copies. It's you lot, isn't it? Look, we've had a lovely time. All the gang have been here. Let's go back to normal because we're small. There we go. There's, and it's nice to see. You see, you're in the picture there. Look, you're in the corner. Sally's playing Ghislaine. It's nice, isn't it? I'm getting £12 million. That's good news. We should put that towards the next series. Yeah, it's gone. It's been a good series, Richard. There's been lots of good things in it. Have there? Yeah, there's been some quite good things. What are we going to end on? We haven't planned anything, have we? No, and we've done an hour, so we don't have to do it. Is there anything you'd like to? Anything you'd like to sing? I wouldn't mind to go at Prince Charming. Do you think you know? I think I know it better than the Prince Charming Prince Andy did. Oh, I'm the dandy highwayman that you're too scared to mention. I send my cash on looking thrash and grabbing your attention. The devil take your stereo and your record collection. You qualify for next week's all-day tension. Stand and deliver. Oh, it's not Prince Charming at all. The on your life. Do. And in the mirror, that's you there with your wife. Even though the world is cold, my conscience will be fine, so fine. Dadushka, oh Dadushka. Then it goes into the Dadushka, and he goes off to East Germany, and he's Dadushka, da. Prince Channing, oh, ridicule is nothing to be scared of. Lucky for you, innit? Prince Channing, lucky for him. Prince Channing, oh, ridicule is nothing to be scared of. Hurt you ever? They're all the same, man. Music. There's a new sound going round the town. If you are an ant and join in, please. It's just the ants. I don't want any fleas. I don't want any of these. I don't want any wasps. I don't want any beetles jumping on the dust. Ant music is here. We like ant music. It's clear. Ant music is everyone's best stuff. Yeah, I like ant music. Do you? I like the music of ant snakes. I like the ants too. I like to jump around like an ant would as well. Good day, everyone. What about he did one later on, didn't he? What was that called? I don't know all of. You seem to know a lot of Adam Ant's work. I know there was one that he did later. Was it Love is Like Oxygen? That was the Sweet, wasn't it? It gets too much, you go too high. Not enough and you're going to die. Love makes you high. Why are you singing the Sweet? Because that was one of their later songs. I can't think of what. He came back, didn't he? Goody two shoes. Goody two shoes. Can't wait, can't do. What can you do? You can't tell jokes. You can't do ventriloquism. What can you do? What are you talking about? That's not the word. That's the words of the song. Subtle innuendo follows. There must be something inside. You can't do jokes. You can't write scripts. That's not nice. Your show that you do is a load of shit. That's not nice. We're doing the show now. Subtle innuendos follow. Wahoo! Did somebody say innuendos? That was subtle. And then there's something inside. Then there's something inside. It's resin. I need a resin. I just realised I'm not the real character at all. I'm going to kill myself. Why, God, why? It'd be best if all the characters commit suicide. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back as soon as possible. I do love this show. I do love you people who watch it. And I'll be back as soon as I can. I'm off to do my proper show, Rich Train's Leicester Square Theatre podcast, where I can't mess around like this and I have to be very sensible. And I've got to write my book. And we'll see what comes up next in the next chapter of Ali and Herring's Twitch of Fun. You called it Ali and Herring's? Yeah, I've accepted that you and me should do this together. Thank you, Richard. You on my death train. Sit on it, daughter. Sit on my dig tatty in the she cut. Richard's none, daughter Herring. The king of the universe! Die!